Look, I know a lot of y'all don't like Christie's sides, and I get it. I understand it. There's always frustration with the coach. I'm frustrated that she's not a little more demonstrative in sticking up for her players when it comes to the way that they're being mauled, particularly Caitlin Clark. And Caitlin's picking up technicals. Aaliyah Boston got hit in the face, and that wasn't looked at. And I think at this point in the season, especially before the playoffs start, sides could take a stand for her players when if she's thrown out of the game, it doesn't matter. If she gets a technical, it doesn't matter, to send a message for the playoffs. But this is still a team that has turned around this season. And the talk around the final shot from Aaliyah Boston, that three-point attempt, is out of control. It's just a way for people to try to pile on Christie's sides. You have to remember, there is another team on the floor playing defense. There's another team out there trying to take away what you do best. And if you look at that play, there are multiple actions on that play to get various players on the Fever possibly involved in said action. There's a lot of movement on this play. And if you watch it, you see that Boston, first of all, she's on the floor as a screener. That's part of the reason she's on the floor. Obviously, you have Dantas out there, a three-point shooter. You have Clark out there, a three-point shooter. You have Mitchell out there, a three-point shooter. And you have Hull out there, a three-point shooter. So who's the most likely player to get lost amidst the action? Obviously, it's Aaliyah Boston. And you see Boston go to the corner. Mitchell gets the ball, by the way. So everyone's saying it should be Mitchell or Clark. Mitchell has the ball. You don't think she has the option to make a read here? But she's well defended. She makes the read. She drives in. She's got Asia there. She kicks out. Boston is wide open for a three. Wide open in the corner. The Fever are down three here. You're not going to get generally a good shot when the other team knows you're down three, and Boston got a wide open three. And I know people are going to point to her percentages, 1 of 14 or whatever the case is. Are those percentages in context? Wide open from the corner? What do you think she makes wide open from the corner? And if you look, they're not going to leave Lexi Hull up top. Hull can't create for herself. They're not going to leave her. So you're not going to get an open shot for Hull. You see Jackie Young, on the other side of the ref there, attached over with Dantas and Clark. Maybe you could get Clark on a contested shot. But I'm not mad at that look. And I think people are overthinking that because it was the last thing they saw, rather than all the missed free throws or any other portions of the game, right? And Clark herself was open to scrutiny based on one shot that she took in the game. And there's not great video of it that I was able to find, but I did find this filmed off a TV. Now, here's the play in question here. The Fever are down 2 with a minute and change left. You can see Boston winds up with Jackie Young down low. That blurry vision is right there. That's Boston with Jackie Young down low. Asia up top with Caitlin Clark. Clark elects to shoot over Asia Wilson, misses the shot. It winds up with a Kelsey Plum 3 on the other end. Now, I'm not even mad at that shot from Caitlin either. I think what she was thinking is she saw Boston down there with Young, and she saw Asia in front of her. And she knew she could get her shot, her look off against Asia, and probably was calculating in her head, if she misses, Boston can get the rebound with the size advantage over Young. It didn't work out that way. Perhaps she should have just fed Boston. But Clark, she gets criticized for not taking shots late. Why is she not aggressive? Why is she not taking shots? And then she takes the shot she became famous for. It's not like that shot is out of her range. In fact, from 30 to 34 feet or whatever the case is, her shooting percentage is in line with her shooting percentage from any other three. It was a bit of a hero ball shot, but that's what people always want the stars to do. I watched LeBron's whole career. Every time LeBron made a pass to an open teammate, people were like, why didn't you take the shot? Kobe would have taken the shot. So sometimes you can't really win. I'm not saying it was the best move necessarily, but I get it. And if it goes in, she is the hero in that moment. You can't litigate every single possession in every basketball game. There are a lot of possessions. There's a lot of reasons that lead to wins or losses. I point to the free throws in this one that the Fever missed. There was one sequence where Benley missed 2 free throws in a row, and then Plum got a 3 on the other end. That's a 5-point swing. Obviously, there's this Clark shot, whatever you think of it. that led to a three on the other end. That's a big swing. There's the play design that got Boston the three in the corner that could have tied it up late, even after all that. Sides did speak on it. I shared this in the other video, but it's worth playing again because I agree with the head coach of the Fever here.
There with 30 seconds left and Aaliyah took the shot. Could you talk us through that possession and what you were looking for in that play?
Yeah, people know it's going to be really hard to get Caitlin a shot in those possessions. Like, we want to make sure, like, she, between her and Kelsey, you give them both options. In that play that we ran, they had a pin and they had a hammer action on the weak side. And they're going to take away something, so you just have to be ready. And AB came to me right before. She said, "Coach, do you want me to spread out to the corner three?" I said, "Be ready, because they're going to take that shooter away." And it was a great shot. It rimmed in and out. I mean, that was a great shot. This girl has gone and worked really hard on that part of the game. I have a lot of confidence in her to take that shot. I mean, teams are going to scheme against Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. They're going to do everything they can to make somebody else take that three. So it's just on us, got to find a way to get the ball in their hands and let them take it. But I was so okay with that wide open three by Leah Boston.
She should be. It's a good shot in that situation. And as you see, Sides did not say it was designed specifically for that shot. She didn't say the result we were looking for was Aaliyah Boston taking a three. That wasn't the plan on the play. The plan on the play, and you heard Sides say, options. She wanted options for Kelsey Mitchell. She wanted options for Caitlin Clark. Obviously, they were the two players they were trying to get the ball in the hands of. It wound up in the hands of Kelsey Mitchell. She caught the ball. She had the basketball in her hand. She was the one who made the decision and made the read. Boston rightfully talked to her coach beforehand on what she should do in preparation for what the defense does. The defense obviously forced Mitchell to put the ball on the floor. She could have taken a contested step back three. She could have done that. Obviously, the defense was heavily attached to Clark. They were attached to Dantas because, Dantas is a spot-up shooter. They're not going to leave. Lexi Hull is a spot-up shooter. They're not going to leave. Hull can't create for herself. You want Hull trying to create a three off the bounce? That is bad news. Clark and Mitchell are allowed to take the hero ball shots. They are allowed to take the hero ball shots. Mitchell had the ball. She made the read. AB went to where she was supposed to go. And in a situation where you needed a three, you know it. The defense knows it. The defense knows you want Mitchell, you want Clark. Not to say you can never get them open in those situations. Plays break down. Things have happened. Steph Curry's gotten open in those situations. But they wound up with a wide open shot from the corner three. They just lost the game. It's okay.